A matchup, the very first match in Group A for this tournament. Welcome to the broadcast, everyone. My name is Ryan Davis, and in this very first tournament in 2025, Group A looks like this: Guatemala, Cuba, Panama, and Mexico. Those four teams, the top team will go through to play the final of the winners of Group B, who will be United States, Canada, Costa Rica, and Honduras. Those top two teams will play to see who are the crowning champions of the women's futsal tournament in Concacaf, and then those two teams will qualify for the Women's World Cup futsal tournament in the Philippines later on this year. So much to play for between now and May 4th in Guatemala City. Well, these two teams, now that they have just begun their journey in this fantastic sport in the Federation, are brand new to these proceedings. However, the Cuban futsal team, they traveled to the 2023 University Sports Festival in Russia, where they took part in a tournament. Their coach, Gregorio Morales, has been spearheading that movement in Cuba, trying to increase awareness with futsal in Cuba. And he's had a couple players that played in that tournament. Iranis Lee, one of them, Soto Yeremes Fuentes, Soto Eunices Nunez, who are on the squad for this tournament. They traveled with him to Russia to play in that tournament, so they have some experience under their belt. Panama, on the other hand, their men's team won the actual Concacaf Men's Futsal Championship in 2024 in Nicaragua. They came out in first place, then qualified for the World Cup last summer in Uzbekistan. So futsal is a topic of discussion in Panama, in Central America, and the women's have now taken up the mantle to represent their country in this first ever Concacaf Women's Futsal Championship held right here in Guatemala City. Well, the players are in the tunnels. We will have the national anthems for both teams when they come out. We will meet our officials, have our starting lineups, and then kick off between Cuba and Panama for Group A.
Damas y caballeros, les pedimos ponerse de pie para escuchar el himno nacional de Cuba. El himno nacional de Panamá.
Victoria en el campo de la unión.
So there you have it, the national anthems of Cuba and Panama. Los Leonas, Cuba, the Lionesses, against Las Canaderas, the Women of the Canal in Panama. First time ever playing in this tournament. And we've had two incredible games so far. The kicking between Honduras and Nicaragua yesterday, and Canada versus Costa Rica. Cuba's national, their starting lineup: Lucilena Martinez, Yadiana Zunzuegui, Ana Fernandez, Inesis Nunez, Elizabeth Espinosa, the starting five, to go along with Gonzalez, Morales, Fuentes, Caraballo, Engana, Aguilar, Lee and Rodriguez, Soto, Borrego. Las Canaleras, the Panamanians, getting ready to go up against Cuba. Today's officials: Christine Pahia from USA, Matt Rodman from USA, Colin Abel and Ramon Melia from Nicaragua. Two captains: the goalkeeper for Cuba, Lucilena Martinez, and also the number 7, Kenya Rangel from Panama. Last match just before this, Costa Rica came from behind to defeat Canada by 3-2 in Group B to get all 3 points. Yesterday's playing a 6-5 win for Honduras over Nicaragua. And here's Panama's starting 5. Nadia De Cruz in goal, Mayori Perez, Estefania Salas, Kenya Rangel, Erika Hernandez, Sanjur Escartin, Santa Maria, Abadia, Batista, Agüeres, Saenz, Justiniani and Montenegro make up the squad for Panama. So we've had two nail-biters in the opening matches, the play-in yesterday and the first match in Group B just a few hours ago. What's in store for this first match in Group A? A couple Canadian, actually Cuban, women's national footballers on this futsal team. The goalkeeper Lucilena Martinez plays for that, the national team. Soto Zunzunkwe, the number 3 for Cuba. Ulises Nunez, the number 7. Morales and Aguilar all play for the national football team. Head coach for Cuba, Gregorio Morales, who's spearheading the movement of futsal in his native country. Head coach for Panama, Amarelis de Mera. So it will be Cuba in blue, Panama in white, and Cuba to get us underway in Guatemala City. First match in Group A. Zunzunekwe playing the fixo right in front of the goalkeeper, looking for the pivot, and a chance for Cuba. Excellent save by De Cruz, and that was an opportunity for Ana Fernandez, the pivot for Las Leonas. First touch for Panama. Cuba trying to counter-attack. Panama come away. Perez. A shot coming in from Hernandez means a goal kick or possession for Cuba. There's Coach Morales. And there's the national football goalkeeper for Cuba, Martinez. There is the number 10, Espinosa. Espinosa playing the right ala today. There's a bit of a counter-attack with Salas. Shot blocked. So in the opening 2 minutes already, a chance for each team. There is Amarelis de Mera. Can't keep possession, Cuba get it back. Eunices Nunez plays midfield for the national football team. And here's Panama. Rangel, the captain, trying to find, looks to be number 11, Hernandez, in the box. Espinosa. Given away. First touch, Rangel wins the free kick for Panama. Panama's men's team winning the 2024 championship in Nicaragua just about a year ago. Can the women match that status in 2025? Coach De Mera trying to marshal her troops through Group A. Remember, just one team comes out of the group. The winners of Group A plays the winners of Group B to find the crowning champions of Concacaf. But those two teams will represent Concacaf in the Women's World Cup Futsal tournament in the Philippines later this year. Nunez. Espinosa. Panama sitting back and being compact. Espinosa. Zunzunekwe and number 7 Nunez. The trio just playing the ball between each other, trying to find Fernandez. Here comes that counter-attack. Rangel, the captain. Still Rangel. Cuba get back in numbers. Rangel. Perez. Salas. Outside of the foot. Beautiful pass. Espinosa. And the Krill was way out of her goal, trying to anticipate the shot. Espinosa's flick. Hernandez on her own, gets past a second, and the body check coming in from Zunzunekwe. Actually, it was Fuentes who came on for Zunzunekwe. Free kick for Panama. Martinez will have a good look at Rangel. Shot straight into the arms of Martinez. And this one cuts through. Cuba, the cruise off of her line, and catches the ball in between her legs. And the second referee steps in. Maybe a free kick for Panama. Rangel down the line, and the captain very much in the thick of things in the opening 4 minutes. Excellent back heel coming from Hernandez, and gets a toe to it, but Martinez gets there first, and the finish. Rangel trying to find that top right-hand corner. It clipped the post, and Cuba survive. Collision between Hernandez and Martinez. Excellent tackle. And Rangel just trying to lift it to that far corner. There she is again. The Panamanian captain, Perez. Rangel almost dispossessed. Salas. set to come in, the number 10, Sainz. And Gil goes down. Late whistle. Second time Panama has won a free kick. And that challenge had some mustard on it, coming from Naomi Aguilar. Yori Perez. And here's Sainz. Orega harassing. This time Cuba win it back. Arenis Lee. Aguilar. Errant pass. Panama get back possession on the far side. There is Lee. Now Rangel has moved over to the right ala. Sainz on the left. Rangel making a run. Hernandez. Orega. Fuentes. Playing that pivot. Actually the fix-up. Checking in is number 9, Arguelles. Lee. Fuentes, switching sides. Bodega. Rangel in full control. Looking for Arguelles. Gets past one, keeps possession. Checking in for Panama's Montenegro on the ball. Can't keep it in play. Ran out of real estate and Cuba get back possession. Fuentes. She checks out for the number 3, Zunzunekwe. He has checked out. Looks to be Nunez to come back in. So far, Gregorio Morales is rotating his players every 10 seconds, it seems like. Montenegro out wide. Batista with shot. Martinez with one big save with her feet. With the on-running Hernandez. Given away. Panama. Batista. Slide tackle coming from Sainz. Actually, it's Espinosa. Batista. Sainz. Back to Sainz, the number 10. And here comes that counter-attack with the long pass. Grace. And Cuba will usher it out for their possession. Long throw by Martinez. First chance for Nadia De Croo to slow things down and have Panama build from the back. Montenegro. Espinosa. Important tackle by Grace. Shot from way out and De Croo with an easy grab. Sainz. Cuba sitting back in their own half. Los Leonas waiting to pounce. Excellent touch by Sainz. A chance for Panama. What an opportunity. And the number 10 knows it. Excellent flick from Gloria Science to give herself some room. Just couldn't finish it on the bounce. Panama's possession again. And Amareles de Mera very animated on the sidelines. Maybe trying to match Gregorio Morales from Cuba. Montenegro. Cuba win back possession. Zuzanekwi. Superbly done by. Gotten back to Montenegro. Goes down. There is a whistle. It looks like Panama will get a corner. Taken quickly. Science. Science again. Montenegro. Outside of the foot. Arguez was coming in from that right ala position. And with 12 minutes remaining, these two teams even at 0-0. Zunzunekwi. Batista. Montenegro. Down to the pivot. Here is Science. Montenegro living dangerously. Science. Beautifully done. Slide tackle from behind. Referee says play on. Excellent pass, and what a movement by Panama. 3 touches and Science couldn't finish again. Batista with a splitting first-time pass. And Science stays on the pitch. Cuba win a free kick. Arguez the culprit. What a chance, and what a build-up from Panama. This is the tackle on Nunez. Zunzunekwi plays for the national team, so too Lee. We travel to Russia for that university sports festival. Plays it short to Zunzunekwi, and she's dispossessed. And it goes all the way back to Martinez. De Croo. Batista. Montenegro and Batista switching sides. Trying to thread it. Excellent stop by Nunez. But the pass wasn't as good as the interception. Here is Laurier Batista. Chip to the corner. Zunzunekwi. Long ball, and almost getting in on Borrega, who just tried to flick it onto the last post. Referee says play on. Cuba. Panama win back possession. Batista. They win a corner. Quick change for Cuba. Batista shot. And a little fatigue setting in on the number 8, and she's going to check herself out. on the sidelines. Mingana. Fuentes is back in for Zunzunekwi. Montenegro. Rangel. It was Aguilar with the interception. Rangel to get us back into play. Willis. Cuba possession. Mingana. Panama get back into a low block. Cuba have the freedom to pass in between that back line. Fuentes, Artifixo, and the two alas. Aguilar, Fuentes, Mingana has a shot from way out. Rangel, dispossessed by Mingana. Fuentes switching. Aguilar trying to come inside. This one stays in play. Little beautiful pass, and Panama are in, and they get the first. Marissa Escartin puts Panama on the board. A delicate pass from the right-hand side. Giustiniani lifted it over, and Escartin did the rest. She towed it between the legs of the on-running Martinez. Panama 1, Cuba 0. Las Canaleras takes the lead, and the Panamanians, to be fair, have been knocking on the door. Escartin with a fantastic finish. And they get back into that low block again. Montenegro. Cuba, Aguilar, dispossess. Giustiniani. Rangel is on the ground again. Inanga. Down the line, it's the number 6. Caraballo gives it away. Panama. Rangel. Shot, and Martinez taking care of first post. Corner kick for Panama. And it's Giustiniani with the fantastic assist to Escartin. Given away though. It's Rodriguez, stopped in her tracks by Escartin, the goal scorer. Mingana. Caballero. Cuba can't keep it in play. Martinez really put some pace behind that pass. Gave Rodriguez some fits. Rangel under pressure, coming inside. Escartin. The fixo. Pivot. Giustiani. Rangel, a chance. Just couldn't catch up to the pass by Giustiniani. In Ghana. Rodriguez. Tikro. Last touch coming from Cuba. Rangel. Abadia. It's going to be Cuba's possession. Montenegro. Actually, Santa Maria couldn't keep possession. Espinosa. Zunzinequi. Possession for Panama. 6.5 minutes remaining. Panama 1, Cuba 0. A link-up play between Giustiniani and Escartin has given the ladies in white a 1-0 lead. Shot from way out and just skittles past that last post. It was Abadia. Zunzinequi. Rodriguez pickpocketed, and Martinez with a foot save coming from Giustiniani, who wins back possession. Caraballo. Giustiniani. Shot from Rangel. Oh, and Giustiniani couldn't finish at the last post. What a chance for Panama. Deflection finds Rangel. And a chance for Panama again. Martinez to the rescue. Coming from the feet of Santa Maria. Santa Maria. Rangel, the captain. Martinez, the save. And a sliding block by Cuba. Captain on captain a minute ago. And then desperate defending by the Lions of the Caribbean. Can't keep it in play. Cuba get back possession. Fernandez gets it back. Under 5 minutes to go in this first half. Lee into the arms of the Creole. Caraballo. Panama just slowing things down. Late whistle coming from the referee on the near side. It was Hernandez who went down. It's going to be a free kick for Panama. And the right-footed Abadia. Shot to Martinez, just parries it away. Played away by Fernandez. Shot by Salas. Is it going to be a handball? And a free kick now for Panama. Actually, it was a late tackle coming in from Fernandez on Hernandez. Chance for Abadia against Martinez. Abadia hits the post and it's in. It hit the inside bar and Panama can celebrate. Panama 2, Cuba 0. Abadia put some mustard on it. It was low to Martinez's right. Hit the bar in the inside and came flying out. It counts, Panama 2, Cuba 0. Fantastic dead ball strike by the number 6 and a timeout to give both teams a chance to regroup. More so Morales than anyone else. Amadeus Di Maria. So goals by Iscartin and Abadia, 2 players off of the bench, have given Panama a 2-goal cushion with just over 4 minutes to go in this first half. Cuba to get us underway in the center circle. Lee. Again, it's Science getting a foot to it. Cuba's possession. Can they get something back before the half? Cannot find Aguilar. Abadia, the goal scorer. Salas. Intercepting Borrega. Lee, first time pass, intercepted. Salas. Hernandez, saved by Martinez, and the follow-up by Salas is blocked. Salas to tap in. Science put it on a platter. And Las Canaleras are now striding into the end of the first half. Science put it back into the mixer. And there was Salas at the doorstep. Panama 3, Cuba 0. Estefania Salas gets the third for Panama. How do Cuba respond? Can they respond? Nunez. Far side into the arms of De Creo. Science with that beautiful assist to Salas. Already had one result so far in this tournament. Here comes Cuba, De Creo with a hand to it. Cuba keep it in play. Nunez. Dispossessed. Hernandez goes down and wins the free kick. And it's going to be an opportunity again with a direct free kick. Hernandez tripped by Aguilar. And Abadia is on the pitch, hands on hips, waiting for her cue. Abadia Buries it again, same spot, same result. Well, it's automatic when number 6 lines up behind this free kick. Just buries it, lower left corner, this time grazing the post. Panama 4, Cuba 0. Cuba looking for anything right now just to get something positive to go into the half as Ducreo launches this ball into the seats. Aguilar. Nunez. Having to go all the way back and loft it into the seats. It will be a Panamanian possession. Just getting a little word to not grab onto the crossbars and swing. The crew. Hernandez. Salas back in the middle. Salas the goal scorer. 2 minutes to go. Panama strolling. Given away. Espinosa. Nunez. Just a little far ahead of Nunez. Cuba clear their lines. Hernandez turns beautifully. Tries to find Science, but it's behind her. Nunez. Lee. Nunez. Intercepted by Salas. Hernandez, Salas in the middle. And the shot stopped by Martinez. Intercepted again. Cuba get it back. This time Cuba get it. And it's Espinosa. Creo. Shot from outside, stopped, Salas. Beautifully played, onside now. Arguelles back into the path of Science and she can't finish it. She's had some opportunities in number 10. Espinosa. Intercepted by Perez. Errant pass and Cuba get it back. Rodriguez. Batista. 20 seconds remaining in this first half. Little scoop. Martinez gets there first and just lands heavily on Arguelles, and she is moaning in pain. Well, goalkeepers never hold back, and Martinez landed. You can see the knee right into the ribs of Arguelles. Physical trainers Cecile Woodruff, Larissa Perez, and Dr. Yusman Pineda, all having a look at Arguelles. 12 seconds remaining. Cuba possession. Uruguay is back on her feet and off to the sidelines. Ten seconds. Rodriguez's flick. So crew will take her time. And that will be the end of the first half. Panama dominant in this first half. Looks like it's going to be a timeout with just 5.7 seconds remaining in the half. Looks like Armeles de Mera would like to draw something up before the half. Creo hasn't really been tested. Panama, to be fair, have had more chances to be up more goals other than 4-0. And they want to plan something for this 5-second possession to try and peg Cuba further behind. Creo. Taken short. Played through the middle. The back heel. And that does it for the end of the first half this time. Panama 4, Cuba 0. All high fives and smiles for Las Canaleras. They have been dominant to start to the end of the first half. Should have had more. But 4 goals to the good for Panama. Cuba hide their heads walking into the locker rooms to the end of the first half. The crew has not really been tested. Cuba have not really formulated an attack to test the crew. And De Mera has to be happy with her players. Panama 4-0 over Cuba after half-time. When we come back, we will have first half highlights. breaking through. Cuba up by 4-0 after the first half. And the Cubans find a way, find a spark to get back into this match. Hard goals from Salas, Escartin, and then 2 goals from Abadia. With incredible dead ball striking from the number 6 for Panama. So far, Coach Gregorio Morales for Cuba has rotated his squad continuously throughout the first half. Does that mean they'll have extra legs, as you would say in the sports, in the second? Panama to kick us off in the second half. Hernandez. Long ball to this far side. Cuba try to get back possession. Hernandez again. Zunzunekwi, Nunez, Batista. Dispossessed. Here comes Hernandez. Fakes one and has a shot. Good save by Martinez. Used the runner on the far side as a decoy. And unleashed a scud, but well covered by the Cuban goalkeeper. As I mentioned in the beginning of the broadcast, Martinez in goal for Cuba is also the national football team goalkeeper. As Batista brought down from Fernandez. Montenegro. Well, coming up after this match, at 7 p.m. Eastern, USA takes on Honduras for the 3rd match for this opening day of the competition. We had a play-in match yesterday, Honduras defeating Nicaragua, 6-5 in extra time. That slotted Honduras into the Group B position. And Group B is the group that got us kicked off today. Canada and Costa Rica. Costa Rica coming from a goal behind to defeat Canada by 3-2. Nunez can't keep possession. Sainz, who had some opportunities in the first half, didn't convert. Hernandez goes down, and another free kick for Panama. Foul count has been mounting against Cuba. Montenegro to get us started. Montenegro again. Up the line. Shots. Martinez gets there. It's still there. Nunez. Espinoza. Hernandez. Montenegro again. Fernandez. Clever ball. And one-time shot, and Cuba's on the board. Zunzunekwi, the fixo, coming all the way from the back. An educated pass by Fernandez. Zunzunekwi running from that deep position, and a one-time effort finding the last post. Surprising the crew. And Cuba get on the board. Can this be the first of many? Panama 4, Cuba 1. Batista out wide. Excellent finish by Zunzunekwi. It wasn't hit with a lot of pace, with a lot of accuracy. Hernandez. Science. Going down. It's Batista, and it's a yellow card to Espinosa. Cuba's physicality getting the better of them at this point. Beautiful skill by Batista, and Espinosa just unleashing on Batista. Espinosa now on a yellow card. Martinez waiting for science. Oh, and the back heel by Hernandez. Batista was right behind it. She got the best view. Lee. Down the line. Espinosa can't get to it. So Cuba come out of the half and get the first strike. Cut the deficit to 3. Referee wants it further back. Science retreating. Batista. Bodega is on the far side for Cuba. Batista. Trying to split. Science again. Threading it, Hernandez lays it off to Science. In the last third, Panama moved the ball so quickly. In and out, in and out. Alas, the pivot, working in unison. Montenegro. Tomorrow's matches, we see Cuba taking on Mexico at 4 p.m. and Panama playing at 10 against Guatemala. Player goes down, and again Cuba whistled. Hernandez wins the free kick. There's the Aguilar trailing her right foot. Montenegro. Rangel, the captain. Rangel started the match, played most of, well, actually about a third of the first half. When the captain came off, surprisingly, that's when Panama conjured up their goals. So Cuba versus Mexico tomorrow, 4 p.m. Panama against Honduras. Actually, Guatemala. Panama, Guatemala tomorrow at 10 p.m. for the last match of the day. This one comes off. a Panamanian. It's going to be a Cuba corner. Top of the box, his shot comes in. Ricochets, falls kindly to Lee. Out by Rangel. Hernandez giving chase. Martinez, expertly done to Lee. And just bundling over the Panamanian was Fuentes. It's Rangel again. Now the captain is all smiles. Lofted. Hernandez. Good control. Salas. Montenegro. Rangel. Oh, Hernandez misses a sitter. Rangel did the hard work. Hernandez couldn't find the first post. Salas. Hernandez using that body. Ortega. And now Cuba win a free kick. Ortega going down from Salas. Zunzunekwi. Panama get it back with Hernandez. Salas. Montenegro. Intercepted. Espinosa goes down. Rangel keeps it in. Barely. Beautiful ball to Salas. Couldn't control. She would have had a 2-on-1. Free kick for Cuba. Zunzunekwi, the goal scorer for Cuba, winning the free kick. He's trying to ride the tackle, but Rangel using that body, making sure Zunzunekwi wouldn't get by. Taken quickly. All the way back to Martinez. Rodriguez intercepted. It's like a scrum half. And Cuba with Zunzunekwi win back possession. Rodriguez, Zunzunekwi, just too high for Espinosa. Just reminding Zunzunekwi her height. Little chip, Martinez out of her goal. Rodriguez. Espinosa. Rodriguez making a run. Espinosa. Last touch. Panama's possession. Salas, who scored the third goal, a tap-in from Science. Dangerous ball in midfield. Getting the sense that Panama is just sort of dropping their standard for a second. It's easily to do when you have a 3-goal cushion. Escarin. Salas. Escartin. Who scored the first goal of the match. Is Fernandez. Zunzunekwe. Espinosa. Excellent anticipation by Montenegro, but here comes Rodriguez. Rodriguez. Salas with the block. Going all the way back to Martinez. Rodriguez. Espinosa. Zunzunekwe. Little flick, and the crew is off her line. Salas finding beautiful turn, a chance for Panama. It was Santa Maria, who didn't get many minutes in the first half. Couldn't convert. Zunzunekwe. Aguilar, and a misunderstanding. Again, Cuba pressing. And Panama just a little lax in possession here. Again, facing their own goal. And launching it was Perez. Martinez. Fuentes. Aguilar. Fernandez. Salas. Perez. Fuentes. And Lee wins back possession for Cuba. Shot coming in. Looks like from Borrego. There's the crew. Distributing. Sainz trying to keep it in. Cuba's had the better possession so far in the second half, and they also have a goal to their name. Back in the middle, Lee. Perez. Referee says play on. Cuba have numbers and a shot. Panamanians stopped and stared, and Borrego did not make the most of the time and opportunity. Sainz. At this point, Panama cannot keep possession. Aguilar gets it back. Lee. Aguilar. Martinez has to come up. Lofted pass to the corner flag. To Crew. Elegant pass. Salas! Can't find the other side of the post. What a pass by the Crew. Rangel. Trying to switch sides, looking for Sainz. Perez. Rangel. Scartin. to catch the fixer by surprise, but Cuba alert. Right now, with the first half of the second half about to go into the books. Cuba have looked the more dangerous of the two. Fuentes. Hernandez. Escartin. Hernandez. Trying to find science. Important interception by Perez. Fuentes. And Ghana has to go all the way back to retrieve the ball. Taken quickly. Cuba. Get behind. Perez gets ahead to it. Science. Control let her down. Fuentes. Hernandez, they win it back. Science. Hernandez. Escadin. Is it Rangel? It's the captain, Rangel. Panama get their fifth. And more importantly, snuff out the momentum that Cuba had. Excellent finish by the captain, just lifting it past Martinez. But it was Hernandez and Science that started the move, and the captain finished it. Panama 5, Cuba 1. Can't keep it in play. Panama get it back. Rangel. 9 minutes left. Well, she has a reason to be all smiles, Rangel. The team are up 5-1, and she got the fifth. Played through, and Espinosa couldn't get onto it. Excellent turn. Hernandez switching, and the volley on the far side from Rangel. Corner kick for Panama. Cuba have made a change in goal. Martinez out, and Mariam Senjur in goal. Hernandez. Rangel under pressure, somehow gets away. Hernandez. Perez. Hernandez again. Rangel. Heavy touch. Fuentes. The crew. Trying to turn was Aguiles. Chance for Cuba. Good save by the Crow. Again, Panama going into those laxed state of minds. And the goalkeeper, the Crow, not happy. Rangel pickpocketed. And an excellent save at the near post from Fernandez. Lifted over by Fuentes. Coming up after this match at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Honduras taking on USA. Then we have Guatemala, Mexico at 10 p.m. for the nightcap. Almost dispossessed was Arguelles. Zunzunekwe, who has the only goal for Cuba so far. Borrego. Rodriguez. Good effort by Rodriguez, and she gets one. Fantastic strike. Cuba get their second, and they aren't done yet. Turned inside, one-time strike, low down and hard. A nightmare for a goalkeeper. Catherine Rodriguez gets her first, Cuba's second. Panama 5, Cuba 2. Just past 7 minutes to go. And has breathed a little bit more life into Cuba. Hernandez turning. And wins the corner. Hernandez. Arguelles. Laurier Batista. Can't get inside. Cuba again just swarming. Now that they have that extra lift after Rodriguez's strike. Arguelles. Turning his Batista into the middle. Two wide shoots. Hernandez and Arguelles couldn't get to it. Panama sitting back in their own half now, allowing Cuba to come on to them. Espinosa. Zunzunekwe. And now Hernandez picks her pocket and she's dragged down. Zunzunekwe in trouble. Red card. Last player, last defender. A risky pass. Hernandez reading it like a book and then dragged down. Easy call for the referee. So now Zunzunekwe sent to the showers. And now Cuba are down to 4 players. And now they have a dead ball situation where Abadia can score a hat-trick of these if she converts. Abadia against Sanjur, the substitute goalkeeper. Good save by Sanjur. She did what Martinez couldn't. And the score remains at 5-2. However, Cuba have 4 players at the moment. So just 2 minutes, the red card will be in play. And Cuba trying to hold on to the ball and Panama trying to push forward in those 2 minutes. Coming across the back heel, off the line. Fantastic defending coming from Morales. And the last touch did come off of a Panamanian. Cuba down to 4 players with just about a minute to go. Panama have a chance now. Batista. Oh, what a save by Sanjur from Hernandez. She's been fantastic since she's come on for Martinez, the Cuban goalkeeper. Montenegro. Abadia, who couldn't find her hat-trick. And that set piece was shot though, saved by Sanjur. Morales. Just a hair ahead of Mananga. Rangel, the captain, checks in. Still Rangel. Oh, what a strike! It's the skipper, Rangel, who just checked in. She gets her second. Panama 6, Cuba 2. Coming on, skips past one and drives it past Sanjur at the last post. Textbook execution. Kenia Rangel. They took advantage of the Cuba being a player down due to the red card from Zunzunekwi. Touch by Lee. And a save by De Croo. And a chance for Lee. Rangel, counter-attack now. The back heel by Arguelles. The match has had a little bit of everything. Panama's dominance in the first half. Cuba striking back in the second. Abadia converting on 2 of 3 set pieces. And then the red card for Cuba. Cleared away by De Croo. She wants more. Just under 3.5 minutes remaining. Fuentes. Espinoza. Morales. Excellently done. De Croo save and the follow-up. Into the side netting. What a chance for Cuba again. Looks like it was Borrego. 3 minutes remaining. Panama now with that 4-goal cushion can breathe a little easier. Here's Lee. De Croo. Salas, who scored the 3rd goal out of the 6 for Panama. Hernandez. Montenegro. Top of the box, Rangel. Hernandez. Sanjur saves. Cuba just trying to find a way through, but Panama, understanding what the game needs, just want to sit back and then counter. Block every path in the last third. And it's going to be a timeout for Panama, who are in control with 1 minute 50 seconds remaining. Amarelis de Mera has called time. Of course, with both of these teams with matches tomorrow, As we hear the hoarse voice of Gregorio Morales. After this match, 7 p.m. Honduras, Mexico, Honduras, USA. And then the nightcap, 10 p.m. Guatemala, Mexico. Tomorrow, 1 p.m. Canada, Honduras. Then Cuba takes the field again. They take on Mexico at 4. Costa Rica, USA at 7. And Panama back on the pitch against Guatemala at 10 p.m. First ever Women's Futsal Championship in Concacaf. A momentous occasion. We had a play-in yesterday, Honduras 6-5, the first match of the tournament earlier today. Costa Rica 3-2 over Canada. And the second match, Panama rampant at this point, 6-2 over Cuba. Now, because of the accumulation of fouls, Abadia will get the ball on the spot again. The physicality has turned against Cuba, and Sanjur will try her best to do the same against Abadia. Abadia on a hat-trick. All from the spot. Saved again. Again, a good height for Sanjur. Just above waist. Good save by the keeper. Salas. She has a shot and a deflection. Gives Sanjur no chance, but it's a corner kick for Panama. Perez. Rangel. That's 2 so far in this match. Hernandez can't keep it in play. Fuentes. Ananga. Espinoza. Odego. Saved by the Crow. And out of a goal with Sanjur. The Crew went for it. Hernandez off the crossbar. Rangel tries to get past Borrego and wins a corner kick. We're under a minute here in Guatemala City, and Panama moonwalking their way to 3 points. The shot. Sanjur coming out of a goal, allowing Espinoza to come in. No goalkeeper for Cuba. Borrego straight through the wickets. And Panama will slow things down. Hernandez. Salas made a clever run. Hernandez just didn't find out. There is a shot. .17 seconds remaining. Espinoza. The Crew with another save, trying to catch the keeper off of her goal, and gives the ball away with 1.1 seconds remaining. And that will do it for the second match of this first ever tournament for the Women's Futsal Championships, Concacaf edition. Panama 6, Cuba 2. First match in Group B. Panama gets us all started with 3 points in that group. Rangel gets 2, Abadia gets 2, and Las Canaleras have been dominant. Cuba, resilient, came out in the second half, dominated proceedings for 10 minutes in the second half, got a goal as well to get back in the match, but it was too much And Panama then took control in the last 5 to 6 minutes in the second half and cruised till the end. After full time, Panama 6, Cuba 2. Both of these teams have matches tomorrow. And after this match, Honduras and USA will take the pitch. Match starting at 7 p.m. Panama will be back on the court against Mexico at 4 p.m. Cuba rather against Mexico, Panama against Guatemala at 10 p.m. So the third match has been completed in this Concacaf Futsal tournament. And Panama have been absolutely dominant. Las Canaleras, 6 goals to the good. And Cuba will head to the dressing room to try and patch things up for their match tomorrow against Mexico at 4 p.m. From Guatemala City, Panama 6, Cuba 2. First match in Group B, third of this tournament. When we come back, we'll have full-time highlights. First match in Group B and the third of this tournament is Cuba versus Panama. Cuba kicking us off in blue, Panama in white. And a clever ball coming from Justiniari and a superb finish by Escartin, giving Panama the lead. Delicate pass, smooth finish. Then Abadia from the spot makes it 2-0. It won't be her last. Rockets against the post. Then Sainz tapping for Salas. 3-0 Panama. All in the first half. Abadia from the spot. She makes it 4. Beautiful shot. Kept it low. Tough for goalkeepers there. Second half. Cuba will turn on the screws. Hernandez with the shot. Martinez's save. Then Fernandez up the line. And Zuzanekwi with a classy finish to put Cuba on the board. And the score, Panama 4, Cuba 1. But Panama reignited. A finish by their captain Rangel to make it 5. Then Fernandez's shot saved by De Croo. And then a fantastic strike by Rodriguez. Low, hard on the ground. No chance for De Croo to get Cuba a second. Scores 5-2. Then Abadia, saved by the reserve keeper Sanjur. Then Rangel with an absolute rocket to the far post to get Panama their 6th. Then Abadia from the spot. Sanjur again. Another save. Hernandez off the crossbar. That just showed the dominance of Panama. So the end of full time, Panama 6, Cuba 2. Goals galore from Guatemala City in the third match of the competition, the first of Group B. Panama 6 goals to the good against Cuba, who had 2. Las Canaleras were dominant throughout the match and deserved 3 points as they set the tone in Group B. Well, we'll be back shortly at 7 p.m. USA take on Honduras, and Mexico will come on at the end at 10 p.m. for the nightcap. That's all for us from this little broadcast. My name is Ryan Davis. Thank you for joining us. We'll be right back with USA versus Honduras.